All right, and we are back here on the GSMC Football Podcast. And for the second part of the show, we are going to talk about the Patriots schedule. We'll break it down. Continuing my schedule breakdowns. This is the last AFC East team that I will be doing for these schedule breakdowns. So let's get into it. So the Patriots are coming off of their worst season in a long time. Going 4-13 last season, I believe. It was not good, and it's a new era in Patriots football. There's no more Bill Belichick. You got a rookie quarterback now, but I don't think he's going to be starting right away. It seems like Jacoby Brissett will start the year. So you got Gerard Mayo now in the fold as the head coach. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, you look at this schedule. There's not going to be a ton of wins here. And I know when I've done my schedule breakdowns, it's like, this team's going to win this game. This team's going to win this game. But then when I get to the end of the schedule and I say I feel like they can get another win or two, I'll tack them on. But yeah, they got some tough games on their schedule here. And right off the bat, they take on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. And for me, I think that is going to be a loss. The Bengals, I talked about them yesterday with T. Higgins. This is going to be a big year for them if they're healthy. Now, the Bengals, they have the tendency, though, to get off to slow starts, I feel like. At least I know a couple years ago, they started off 0-2. Last year, I think it was the same thing because they lost to the Browns week 1, and I think they played the Ravens the following week. They were 0-2. But yeah, it's weird. They get off to these slow starts, but then they usually get right. Like the Bengals, they were looking really good in the middle of the year. Joe Burrow was healthy, and then he ends up getting hurt, and that was pretty much it for them. But I think the Bengals should get off on the right foot and win this game. So I'm going to say the Bengals win. So the Patriots start off 0-1. Now they got the Seahawks coming in. And the Seahawks have a rookie head coach themselves. Now for me, I like the Seahawks as a team better. Their offense. I'm curious to see how their defense is going to be now with Mike McDonald, who's a defensive-minded coach. We'll see how that plays out. It's going to be weird not seeing Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick on the sidelines this year. But yeah, you got two rookie head coaches going at it. This is a game I think the Patriots could win. I don't know if I'm going to say they will. Maybe they do. That one's kind of a toss-up game for me. Same thing with the Jets, because I did have the Jets sweeping the Patriots because Aaron Rodgers hopefully is going to play both games. But that's another team where I could see, or another pair of matchups where I could see the Patriots at least splitting. Just because, again, divisional game. I feel the same way about the Bills, too. Like, I feel like the Patriots could split with the Bills as well. I mean, look at last year. They ended up splitting with them. They actually, like, the second matchup in Buffalo, they were up by a couple scores, and then the Bills came back. So I feel like they could split with the Bills, and also because the Bills have kind of gone through some changes as well, so I don't know how they're going to be. I mean, they're going to be playing them late in the season, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But I feel like they could split with the Jets and the Bills. The Dolphins, I feel like the Dolphins at this point just kind of own the Patriots. So I feel like the Dolphins are going to sweep them because that's just how these last couple of years have gone. That's just me. So, yeah. I think at this point, though, so we're at about week 3, Patriots could be at least 1-2 or 0-3. I think that's how I look at it. 49ers, I mean, that's a loss. That's a loss. And like I said, I guess I don't know if my dog agrees with that because she started barking. No, that's a loss. Dolphins, like I said, I think the Dolphins will sweep them. That's a loss. The Texans, I mean, C.J. Stroud didn't really play well on the road last year. No, I'm not I'm not going to take the Patriots in this game. I'm going to say the Texans do win. But there were games that C.J. Stroud did struggle on the road. He did lose to the Jets. He did lose to even the Panthers. One of the Panthers' wins last year was against the Texans, which I find that hard to believe, but that did happen. But yeah, I'm going to say that's a loss as well. At the Jags, I think that's a winnable game as well, but I would still take the Jags. So that's another loss there. The Jets coming in, I think that's a loss. The Titans, I think, could be a win. Second-year quarterback Will Levis. We got to see what Will Levis is made of in his second season. I know we've talked about that a lot on the show. At the Bears, you got a rookie quarterback in Caleb Williams. But, I think the Bears should be a good team this year, in my opinion. I said 9-10 wins for them. So we'll see. The Rams, I think they should win. The Rams. So I would say that's a loss. I said they lose to the Dolphins. Colts coming in with Anthony Richardson. Hopefully he's playing at this point. His season got cut short last year. Could see that being a loss, but I could also see the Patriots winning that, possibly. The Cardinals, yeah, again, that's another toss-up game. I could see the Patriots winning that, but I feel like the Cardinals should win that. Like I said, they could split with the Bills. And the Chargers, the Chargers only won 6-0 against them last year when they played. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen again, but this could be a close game. We'll see. But I think looking at the schedule now, I'm not going to say the Patriots are going to win, nothing. I'm going to say, I don't know why my dog is continuing to bark. I think my brother's having like a friend over or something, but anyways, yeah, so I'm going to say the Patriots are going to get at least, maybe they get the same record as last year. They get about, like 4 wins. I think that's in around that ballpark, 4 or 5 wins. I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to win 2. But we'll see. I want to give them a little bit more respect. I really didn't give the Panthers any respect because I still had them at like 2 wins, even though like they made improvements. But yeah, because like I said, I think the Seahawks, that game, it's possible they could win that. They still have. I think they still have a good defense. You got Matthew Judon returning, Christian Gonzalez, who got hurt last year in his rookie season. You're getting him back. I think that game they could win. I think they could split with the Jets, like I said. I feel like the Jags, the Titans, the Bears, I feel like those games, maybe they pull off an upset. The Cardinals. Yeah, I don't know. I see some wins in there, but I like I said, I think I could still see them. I think 4 or 5 wins. I give them a little bit of respect. I think that's fair. But yeah, it's gonna be different. Well, it has been different because we're used to seeing the Patriots, finishing at the top of the division, winning 12, 13 games a year. But those days are over. Those days are behind us, and this is a new era. So, for all we know, they could win 2 games. I don't know, but I think 4 wins. I think they finish around the same record. And it's a transition period because you got a young quarterback that probably isn't going to start right away, and I think Jacoby Brissett has been a serviceable backup. He's bounced around the league. He was with the Patriots to start out his career, then he went to the Colts. He was with the Dolphins, he was with the Browns, he was with the Commanders. Now he's back with the Patriots. Did I forget any other team that he was with? I think that's it. I don't think he's with anybody else. I have to go back and look. But I think that's every team that he's been with. So yeah, he's been around the league. And I think and he's taking on the role of, kind of being that mentor for Drake May. It seems like in a good way. But we will have to wait and see. And we got a comment in the chat. Did you win it WRA. I don't know. I really don't know what that means. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna say the Patriots get around 4-5 wins. Like I said, I think that's fair. I don't expect them to be very good, but you got a rookie head coach, you got a rookie quarterback. You got to give them some time to grow, and maybe they do surprise some people. Who knows? I mean, I still think the Patriots do have some talent on this team, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, like I said. Offense, I mean, they did draft a receiver as well, Jalen Polk. You're hoping Kendrick Bourne comes back. You got Ramondre Stevenson as well coming out of the backfield. I know they also added Antonio Gibson from Washington. They signed Hunter Henry to a big contract. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But we will have to wait and see. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it when talking about the Patriots schedule. Let me know what you guys think. How many games do you think the Patriots will win in 2024? Like I said, I think 4 or 5 games, around the same record as they had last year. But I feel like their schedule isn't a gauntlet. Like I said, I think there are a handful of winnable games on the schedule, but again, they might not be very good, so those winnable games might end up just being losses. So I tried to be fair. This is a building year for them, a rebuilding year for them, so we'll see how it goes. But before we go to break, just want to remind you guys once again to tip or donate and get your comments recognized. Make sure to go to the following link. That is GSMCPodcast.net. Again, that really helps the show, makes the show more interactive between myself, the host, and you guys, the viewers. Again, that is GSMCPodcast.net. And as always, it is displayed on the ticker at the bottom of the show segment down below. So, we're going to take our next break. When we come back, we will discuss some comments made by Andrew Berry, the general manager of the Browns, talking about Deshaun Watson, giving us updates on him. So I'll get into that when we return from our second break of the show. So, with that being said, stick around, and we'll be right back here on the GSMC Football Podcast.